Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is a Montazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled Stay Off These Social Media Platforms, Pearls Before Swine. All right. So this lesson is kind of a lesson to kind of get Jake. Hey, listen, if you brand new in this truth and you getting that zeal, you're starting to get hot. The platforms that are filled with 2/3 and heathen is not the medium. All right, to be trying to share this truth. Okay. Now, if you're not part of a camp, okay, and you're sincere and you've been following this truth, all right, and that's the spirit is on you because you are definitely a Jake, a descendant of Jacob. Okay, your bloodline goes back, all right, to our patriarch Jacob. All right, and you feel like you are gaining some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right, to send you to a camp because you got it on you and you feel like you want to do this work, but the platform with the heathens and the 2/3 is not the platform to be doing this work. Okay, so stay off these social media platforms. All right, trying to preach the truth to them. That's not how to do it. Okay, so there's a platform. All right, and there's an order. Okay, pray to the Father, right, and He's going to show you the order. All right, but there's no sense in going back and forth on these platforms. You trying to bring out your little precept to a whole bunch of 2/3 and sinners. All right, and heathen. All right, so first off, Esau wants to have a discussion so he can insert his doctrine. That's what Esau does. He wants to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. What's the purpose of the discussion? To indoctrinate you. He want to get you talking so he can do what? Insert his wine, insert his philosophies. That's what he wants to do. And everything don't need to be discussed. All right. If you young, if you brand new in this truth and you starting to get some understanding, it's starting to make sense to you. You know, you understand everything is making sense to you. Esau don't like that. Okay, because this truth is gonna make a man out of you. All right, it's gonna build you up. And guess what? Once you start getting built up by this word, there's gonna be things that you're gonna say and do, and it ain't gonna be no thought to it. You're gonna do it because the Lord said this is how it's supposed to be done. And ain't no talking about it. See, Esau won't talk about it because Esau wanna give you his philosophy. All right, but you getting built up by these scriptures. Hey, it's a yay and a nay. Ain't nothing to talk about. No, we ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Yeah, but we at least should have a discussion. We ain't got to have no damn discussion. All right, the Lord said don't do it. I ain't doing it. All right, but Esau want to have a discussion, and Esau uses the social media platform, all right, to spew his wine. This is Sirach 11:9. It says, "Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing." All right, so you've been implicated. You didn't put yourself in the middle of something that you can't get out of. All right, you meddling in matters that don't even let them 2/3 have their own issues and deal with their own issues. Okay, because you start trying to bring out precepts amongst the what? Sinners. Okay? Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners. They don't understand judgment. They don't understand the Lord. They don't have an ear for the Lord. So you bringing out a precept on a secular platform ain't really helping. It ain't doing anything. It's just vexing yourself. All right? Save that for your channel that's coming one of these days, okay? Or save it for your camp ministry when you're out there on the highways and the byways. Proverbs 26:17, he that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh a dog by the ears. You ever grab a dog by the ears? You're only going to do it once. Okay? So whether it's on the platforms or even just out in the regular world, don't insert yourself, Jake, into these problems of these two-third people. All right? Let them destroy each other. Leave them alone. Let them do. You don't know what kind of judgment the Lord got prepared for one of these idiots. Okay? Don't involve yourself. Proverbs 28:5, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things. You see? So you giving precepts on the two-third platform, on a heathen platform, they ain't gonna get it nowhere. That's why you got all these damn debates. All these debates don't make no sense because they don't understand. They're not gonna understand. The message ain't for them in the first place. All right, that's why Apostle Tahar said, leave these fucking Christians alone. 1 Corinthians 2:14, it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. How you going to go on a platform and start speaking this truth, right? A secular platform full of two-thirds and heathen, and you trying to bring out precepts. It says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. Wisdom of Solomon 9:6 says, for though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded. All right? You can be highly esteemed of men, and you can have all the degrees and understanding of this world. Means absolutely nothing, all right, if the Lord's wisdom, all right, is not part of him. Okay? The Lord's wisdom ain't with him, is for naught. Proverbs 24:7, it says, wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate. All right? So in the ancient days, the gate was the place that the elders and the wise men and the leaders would congregate, and they would discuss issues and matters. Okay? So the gate was for the wise men, okay? The leaders of the people. Okay? All right? That's why they hate thee, they rebuke at the gate. Okay? Proverbs 14:6. Seeketh wisdom and findeth it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. All right? So, in my mind, all of us have people that are in our lives that we can think of this scripture and it'll pop out. All right? So, yeah, I'm thinking of somebody right now, Um, every time they talk, they try to be very emotional and persuasive, but again, we just got through seeing that if the Lord's wisdom ain't with them, all right, they're nothing regarded. All right, so a whole bunch of talking, but they just foolish. So you got to go away. You got to go from the presence of the foolish man. All right, he don't know what he's talking about. Matthew 7:6 says, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, and neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. All right. And that rend you is going into tearing you up. Okay. All right. So that's causing injury. All right. This truth is precious. Okay. So you don't want to cast your precious pearls, all right, before swine. All right. It ain't gonna go well for you because it's not meant for them to get it. All right. So you got to be using the proper medium. All right. If you got that fire and you feel like you need to be doing this work, you need to be praying about it and ask the Lord to send you to a camp. In closing, 2 Ezra 12:36, it says, thou only hast been meet to know this secret of the highest. Therefore, Write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them. What? Hide them. You see that? And teach them to the wise of the people, whose hearts thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. All right? This truth is secret. Okay? This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are the secrets of the Most High that was meant for Jacob and his descendants. Okay? All right. So, Jake, you got a fire burning inside you. All right? You trying to make sense of everything. You out here on these social media platforms. You're trying to preach and drop little precepts here and there. Stop all that. All right? Stop all that. All right? Study more, pray more. All right? And actually do the work. Okay? You are not doing the work on going on these people's sites acting like a little bug out. Stop all that. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.